graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
$1 makes me holler, honey boo-boo. You better redneck now. Ain't no wrong with being a little gay. Everybody's a little gay.
There goes the neighborhood.
You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. Now here's Chris and Kristyn.
Hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristyn. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hope you enjoyed that intro.
Coming to you from
live from
inside the bubble, because I just came off a 24-hour flu, and I pray that I don't get you sick.
So just wait. I might be the next one sick. We'll see.
Yeah.
Give me 24 hours.
As soon as Kristyn came in, I have this big industrial-sized hand sanitizer.
It's the economy
bottle.
Size.
That was part of a gift from like when my daughter was born, and I got two of them.
A couple of years old.
And so, and it was like, you know, it's okay to have your hands clean, but
I might just
the size of that, come on.
I'll like wash my face with it.
Yeah,
my
exactly.
arms before I leave.
There's no reason to have something that big for hand sanitizer.
It isn't even open.
Yeah, well, no, I was given two of them.
Right, so this one.
So this one hasn't even been opened yet, but I can't find the other one. First time, the first couple squirts. Yeah, that's what
she said. All right.
And so I swear to God, I was looking for, I thought I had Lysol. Because what I was going to do is I was just going to Lysol the whole room.
Douses everything.
Just so,
and you walk in a room and you taste Lysol.
Yeah, now I hate when people think, okay, Lysol is there.
They think it's the end-all be-all. Like,
yeah.
This is going to kill everything.
You spray Lysol on a lump of shit. It's still going to stay a lump of shit.
That's not how it works. It'll kill some things, but not everything.
And I hate those commercials for, the Febreeze.
Oh, yeah,
and they bring the person, like, into, like,
they're in, like, a
house, like a murdered house, like, with dead bodies.
When they're like, hello? It's like, nobody's around.
Yeah,
there's a dead body.
What kind of commercial is it where they're blindfolding people, bringing them into, like...
And you don't know these people, so it's like, blindfold me. Yeah, I'll do
blindfold
this experiment.
Me and bring me into, like...
There was, like, a dirty dog that walked by.
The set of Saw.
Yeah, right?
And like
an chalk outline of somebody, and they're like, hello?
There's rats chewing on a fucking corpse in the corner.
This is where you die.
It smells like flowers.
The Saw little puppet thing comes in on a tricycle.
You would trust people with, like, a camera?
No.
And I mean, of course those commercials are bullshit.
Yeah. It's like, these are actual strangers or whatever. These aren't participants or whatever the hell they say. Not actors. That's it.
And it's like...
You blindfolded somebody and brought them into a strange room with garbage, and you're telling me they were willing to do this?
Yeah, that's...
They said, go ahead, blindfold me?
Okay, let me blindfold you.
Let me just blindfold you real quick for a couple dollars. Yeah.
Open your mouth, close your eyes. Soon you'll have a big surprise.
Say something bad about Daddy. That's sick. You're sick, Chris.
Yeah, so I was going to Lysol the room, but... Like I said, Febreeze doesn't clean the shit. Just makes it smell flowery. Maybe
cleans like those very little bacteria, but nothing big that's gonna like cause an infection, make you have to go to the hospital. Yeah. People think it's like a wonder drug almost. Like it's okay, I Febrezed it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I Febrezed the house. It's not how it works. Okay, America.
So I think we should start a new drinking game.
On what?
Because I've been listening to a bunch of old podcasts of our show, and I think there's some new stuff.
Yeah, we haven't been doing typical. Like I haven't been typical.
Yeah, you haven't said typical in a while.
You've kind of cut it down on
the funny thing is.
The funny thing is.
And I think every time I say "holy shit," holy shit,
holy shit,
you should take a shot.
All right.
Every time I say Jesus Christ, take a shot.
Okay.
Anytime I say, oh my God,
oh my God. People are going to be wasted.
And first and foremost, I realize I say first and foremost a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think when when my brain is trying to
organize your
figure something out, it says first and foremost. And
everybody's got their thing.
Most first and foremost.
We just got a lot of them.
So that's the new drinking game. Every time I say, holy shit, Jesus Christ, oh my God.
Oh my God is when you come to like an epiphany, like you realize something.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Forgot to bring this up.
Oh my God. What about Honey Boo Boo?
Oh my God, did you hear about Honey Boo Boo?
So, as of recording this, Honey Boo Boo just finished their
wrap-up. Their wrap-up this past weekend.
Neither one of us caught...
I know. I got, like, that piece of it where Litzy came back.
Yeah.
First of all, they brought a pig into this pageant. Like, she was up on stage, and they're like, here, Like, basically, Honey Boo Boo runs the show then.
Yeah.
And I don't even think she won. Like, she still didn't win. She won, like, personality or something.
You can't honestly
think she's winning.
I'm sorry. It's just
but
not...
if she does, I'd be an upset parent.
If I was one of the other parents, I'd be upset because,
like,
I'm sorry, my daughter doesn't have a reality show.
Yeah. So, that's the only part I saw with Uncle Poodle and Sugar Bear bringing the surprise down the aisle.
Yeah,
it was Glitzy came back.
I was busy watching
Real
the
television.
No, I was not very hardcore. I was watching the new episode of South Park.
Yeah.
And which was this particular episode I didn't like. And
sometimes they're a hit and miss.
Yeah, this one was definitely a miss. And what kills me is that they usually, the one thing I always really liked about South Park is that when they have, if there's something fresh in the news,
right,
their process, like they can make it up to the last minute.
Yeah.
There's this great little, there's a documentary about, and I believe it's like, if you go to like southparkstudios.com or something like that, it's their own website. And like you can watch like any episode of South Park, like, unedited, and there's a documentary about how they put a show together, and it's literally like
basically telling everybody
if the show comes out Wednesday night, like someone is dropping off the tape, Tuesday night. Like they really bring it down to the wire to get a show out.
That's cool.
And I mean, don't be wrong, they've been doing it for years, so I guess Comedy Central trusts them.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have some sort of backup in case, like,
Oh, I'm sure they got they're covered in all areas,
But one thing recently that they've been doing is that I love that when they put something that's like just happened in the news a couple days earlier. You would think for an animated show, that would be kind of hard, but I guess not, And so, this particular episode was all about, they're starting this new NFL league.
Okay.
And it's called the Sarcastic Bowl or whatever.
Right.
And they had like one teeny tiny joke about the refs being on strike. And I was so
figured
upset.
they would have done like a whole riff.
Yeah, they should have. I don't know if they're being lazy or
away on that. Yeah.
If your whole show was about, that they should have added more jokes. But it was just they had like one tiny reference to the scab refs, and so I was kind of let down.
They get carried away, and it goes to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the guys are kind of just running through the motions with South Park. Yeah. I think they're making so much money with Book of Mormon right now,
that
I think
awesome.
They're like right now South Park is almost secondary. It's like
the NFL refs finally came back last week.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
okay.
They came back, I think, after that whole incident with that Monday Night Football call where everybody was upset, and then the Seahawks ended up winning because they gave them the touchdown. Well, whatever, they ended up settling it during that week, so they're back now. And they came back, I guess, to like a standing ovation to whatever game they just had recently. I think it was Thursday night. Whatever the hell night they ended up having. But they came back to like a legit standing ovation where one of the refs were like, we were like overcome, where like one of them started crying. Like, how ridiculous. Well, I guess it was like
everybody wants to be appreciated at their job.
Yeah, like I guess they're like, wow, okay. But now the new thing is people are like, well, now they just haven't been. Now they're worried that the refs have been out too long. Like, they're not in the game set of mind. Like, really? Now you're worried about you're never happy.
Yeah.
Like, they're back, okay? They've done it. But
I think Big Tony had something to do with that. Big Tony from the social club.
Yeah. Suddenly, guess who's back? Everybody's upset.
When he lost a lot of money.
Everybody's up in arms. Yeah, I lost a lot of money on that game.
You better get those friggin' refs back.
You better, Pinky.
Stab yourself in the back 7 times to pull yourself off a break.
Yeah, after that incident, they're suddenly back. That's too funny, though. Well, good for them. Whatever.
Yeah, it's...
Everybody.
The same thing with the NHL lockout.
Right. That happens like every other year with
them.
Yeah,
I could give two shits. I mean, and I have friends. It's all over, like, my Facebook and my Twitter. I have friends that are, like, diehard hockey fans.
My brother is.
And I'm the type of person, like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like...
And the NHL... They're like, the players are like the least paid. Like, the highest one is like the minimum of what an NFL player would get. Like,
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just whatever the deal is, give them the money or whatever. I mean, it's so ridiculous that it's come to this point where we gotta fight over stupid
It's all
shit.
the owners, like, the owners are like raking in cash. Because when you're paying $10 for a fucking 8-ounce beer at a stadium, and it's... somebody's raking in that money. And if you're not giving it to the players, it's going somewhere. It's always the top.
And they don't, I think, I don't know exactly what the money amount is, but, the cheapest player, not the best, is, $200,000 to $500,000. That's not a lot considering it's a pro team.
Yeah.
So it's but again, the other thing is, I guess, if they don't play, if it is a full-on lockout, they've already canceled their preseason games, they'll go play for the amateur league. So they're, excited about that because now their team's going to be so good. They got all these pro players. And it's it's not like they're not going to go away. I mean, they're going to play somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's just get
play
over yourself and just settle.
Korea or something.
Yeah, I know, right? Go somewhere else. Like how the basketball people go to, where do they go? They go to, China or something.
Yeah, there's...
They always got something.
Yeah, there's always,
another place
what was
to
it?
go.
Allen Iverson was offered, a lot of money. And I even think... But it wasn't the basketball.
Oh, really? For what?
It was some other sport. And, they're offering him money that he would not get here in the United States.
That's why a lot of, basketball players go, overseas for, so long, because they're, I'm not going to get it here.
Because even, our Team America, our team, they destroy every person.
Right.
So,
whatever,
I guess to be an athlete in the United States, a professional athlete, you just can't beat, I mean, they got us, in, gymnastics.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess, yeah. And
Somebody's
not for nothing, when you make it your goal to be an athlete, part of the whole package is you may not end up living in the town you want to live in.
Right, if you're going wherever.
You may have to go overseas or something like that.
That's the whole point.
And,
well, your man, I just read Stan Lee, did you hear?
What about Stan Lee?
A week ago it happened. You got a pacemaker.
Wow.
But he's doing good. I just read it, literally today.
Stan Lee is about 90 years old.
Yeah, that's what they said, 90 years old. And I guess, he wrote, I guess, out to the press or whoever. Uh-huh. I don't know where it was, a website or whatever the hell he wrote.
Probably, in his own website, because Stan Lee,
I'm guessing.
As much as I love Stan Lee, he is a ham. Uh-huh. He loves attention. That's why he has guest appearances in all the movies. Okay. My earliest recollections of Stan Lee were... It was the Spider-Man cartoon, and he was the announcer. And, hello, fans.
Yeah,
And there was no reason to have a narrator.
Right,
But he threw himself, he calls the fans true believers. Hello, true believers. And, and then at the end, he would always say, Excelsior, So, Stan Lee is such a ham. I could easily, that doesn't surprise me at all that he wrote
I'm guessing if it was on his website or whatever, but it's just saying that he's okay, but he did it in a format, I'm guessing, how you would take it as, him being the narrator of some.
Yeah.
So he did it in that format, and he's I want to be one step closer to an Avenger, like Tony Stark and Lazar. So I thought that was kind of cool. But he said he's doing alright. Yeah, just so you know.
And I think he's from that old school, that old school style where, he's clean living. He was never a drunk. He never smoked cigarettes.
I'm sure
he
90 years old and you're
he's
now
still
just getting a pacemaker?
He just had, like I mentioned a couple episodes back, the Kamikaze. He runs, I'm pretty sure he runs it more in name, but a comic book convention. And the big thing is that, because the other big one is the San Diego Comic-Con.
Right.
And Kamikaze is down in Los Angeles. Because there are hours and hours apart driving.
San Diego and
Los Angeles.
LA,
so to have a comic book convention, and I guarantee you Kamikaze in the years coming, it's going to get bigger. It's going to be on par with San Diego Comic-Con. It's a really, really big deal. And of course, these comic book conventions are all about Hollywood now,
Oh, yeah. All the big names come.
And so,
the big wigs.
He was just there. You know what I'm saying? For a guy who's 90 years old, like I said, I'm pretty sure he has a bunch of assistants, but his name, it's Stan Lee's Kamikaze.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's there, he's mixing it up with the people.
I like
he gets in the
like
crowd.
Who actually,
he's,
he
does,
and
he does autograph sessions.
I know, that's crazy.
A young, healthy person gets exhausted from an autograph section.
And he's been doing it for years.
And he's the type where he'll talk to the fans.
I like those people who actually...
Yeah, he has a whole bunch of predetermined stuff. Like, you go, I love your work, you know. I love you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
And,
but for 90 and now you're just getting a pacemaker, like, you're doing pretty well.
He's definitely a clean living.
Yeah, and then he said, like, I'm going to live for another 90 years with the new pace. He probably will. He's
inspired so many guys to get into science and technology and stuff like that. Yeah. Where, like, I wouldn't be surprised. What's like Star Trek and stuff like that. Like, all these guys who created Star Trek, who are just writers, you know, how many astronauts are and stuff like that grew up watching Star Trek. So
exactly.
So Stan Lee, I'm pretty sure somebody
owes their life to.
Maybe there is a heart surgeon that was inspired by Iron Man or something like that.
He probably did it. Like, he probably had that guy do it. And I read that. I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed that Andrew Garfield's going to be doing the Spider-Man sequel. How do you feel about that? I know you were a little iffy on this one.
Well, I'm gonna hold off because,
but I don't
like
know,
we mentioned, like last episode or 2 episodes ago, a lot of movies in these series, the first one is the second one is like fantastic,
and then the third,
and then the third one always seems to get really shitty.
I don't know. So, they haven't said anything about what's her name though, Emma Stone. So maybe it'll be a little bit better.
My problem wasn't with Emma Stone in general. My problem was how they used her. Like, stuff that was way out of, her as an actress, no problem.
Right.
What her character did, I have a problem with.
Right. So maybe it'll be, the second one's usually the better one, so.
Yeah, they pretty much set these things up nowadays to be a trilogy. Where it's a trilogy. So, and then, what I hated was, they had teased us in the trailer that we're supposed to find out about Peter Parker's parents.
Right, yeah.
And that spoiler alert, we didn't find out anything about his parents.
That'll probably be like the third one.
And it's literally
leading up to it.
Because all these Marvel movies now have like a little teaser after the credits.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little minute long
Like you have
scene.
to sit there and wait.
Yeah.
There's no getting up anymore when you see...
Yeah, and you see all these people getting up, and it's like, have you not been to a Marvel movie in the past 5 years? All of them have like a little...
And not even Marvel movies, just movies in general.
Some movies, yeah.
But it's not like a teaser to the next one. It's just like, a funny scene, and you're like, oh wait, I gotta wait and see what happens here.
And so, the whole teaser scene at the end of the new Amazing Spider-Man is like, did he find out about his parents? Motherfucker, we were supposed to find out about his parents. You told us in the commercial you were going to tell us.
You tricked me, you fool! Everybody's pissed.
So I'm going to hold a reserve. I'm going to follow the rule and probably expect part 2 is probably going to be fantastic.
That's the rule of thumb?
It'll probably change my whole thought of the whole thing. I think
it's going to be the same director.
And if they're...
That's part 1. Do they usually have the same directors for each? Because sometimes I know they change that up.
Like, the first trilogy was Sam Raimi.
Okay, so for each trilogy it's the same person?
For the next trilogy, Jon Favreau did do Iron Man 1 and 2, but he's not doing part 3.
Okay.
But I think he kind of wanted to do, I think he wanted to direct the Avengers movie.
Okay.
And then when they got Joss Whedon, Jon Favreau felt a little burnt, and so that's why he's not doing part 3.
Poor Jon Favreau. I like him. Let's get him on the show. Get his side of the story.
Oh my God, if I could get Jon Favreau on the show, I would fucking have a heart attack.
Fuck Amanda Bynes. We want Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
I love him.
But it's, it's funny, like, your guy, I'm the one who wants to come and interview. Like, if I was famous, I want to meet girls. I don't want to meet a bunch of guys. I love your stuff. Do you have a sister?
So anybody else I can
grow
meet?
some tits and call me back.
We could dress you up or something.
Well, speaking of, we kind of, before we get off the topic, we went, comic book conventions.
Yeah.
Last weekend I went to Roc Con.
Right.
Rochester's.
They're trying to start this was the first year, right?
Actually, I think it's the second year.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't get into, I was gonna call a couple people and see if I get myself, it was $15
always trying
to
to
get in.
Smooth his way in.
I'm 99% sure I know one of the guys who organized it. I didn't harass him.
We could have done our own little booth podcast. But with technical difficulties, who the hell knows?
I was playing with the idea of us doing one next year because we can sign up now for next year.
Okay.
And coincidentally, I met a guy who has his own podcast at the convention,
really?
And his podcast is called The Toonami Faithful.
Okay.
Do you remember Toonami on Cartoon Network?
No.
It was called Toonami, which is like unfortunately sounding like tsunami.
Right.
And it was a bunch of these action-packed cartoons, usually in the afternoon, like when you got home from school.
Because I was really into the action-packed cartoons.
Well,
No, I'm sure my brother would know. I'm not familiar with it, though.
Yeah, and then they moved it to Saturday mornings, and it got bumped all over. But he has a, it's called Toonami Faithful, Toonami Faithful, and actually his podcast is hosted on Podomatic, just like us.
Oh, okay.
And I was having a whole conversation with him. We were kind of like talking about podcast stuff, and
or Podomatic brother.
And I was going to, I kind of like, I got his card. He's got, he got information on us. So maybe we might have him on the show one day.
Ooh.
If we, I want to have guests on the show. Yeah. We always get I'm lucky you just showed us.
We're lucky we could get each other on the show.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I mean, and it's a great idea. I've listened to a couple episodes. It's really good, but
it's just him.
It's him. And what he does is he Skypes in to another guy in Florida. And actually the guy in Florida is the one that actually releases the episode.
Okay.
And they have another guy, so there's like 3 co-hosts.
Co-hosts, yeah.
And they actually have interviews from guys who are involved with Toonami, like guys who actually do work with Cartoon Network. And don't be wrong, I love it. It's a great idea, but it seems so limiting. Like,
right.
It's
only one topic, really, that you can go off.
You want to bring back these old cartoons because, and actually, what Cartoon Network has just done recently is they have brought back Toonami to Saturday nights. Okay. Because Cartoon Network on Saturday nights used to give like all these crazy anime, and if you were into anime,
Saturday nights,
Saturday nights on Cartoon Network, which always read to me, if you don't have a fucking life, if you're not hanging out with your girlfriend,
you got
plenty of anime on Cartoon Network.
Don't worry, there's anime for you.
So they did bring back Toonami on Saturday nights. And like I said, him and I had a whole conversation, but it just, if you have a podcast and you can talk about anything, why would you limit yourself to just, I would have a podcast and then maybe talk about Toonami a lot, but why would you
just limit yourself to that? Well, maybe we'll branch out.
Yeah, and if there's people out there, I don't want to,
we're trying to make nice, and here you go. You're going to go on a Twitter rant.
No, but I'm pretty sure maybe there's someone in our audience that likes that stuff. So check them out. It's the Toonami Faithful podcast on Podomatic. And so I met this wrestler, Brimstone. He used to wrestle for TNA Wrestling.
Right.
And he said he was in WWE, but I'll be honest with you, I don't remember if he was in WWE. He gave me his card. I sent him an email, but he hasn't responded back. But hopefully...
Did he look huge?
He was a big dude. Yeah. He's from Long Island. He heard it in my voice. I heard it in his voice.
Everybody knows when you're from that area, you can always tell. You can weed out who's from where.
Yeah.
Can we get the Brimstone on here?
I sent them an email, and actually, I sent him an email and the guy who runs his website.
That'd be fun.
An email. Like, I CC'd to each other.
Is he currently in it, or he's...
No, right now, no. He does, he has a comic book out called Brimstone and the Border Hounds. And it's about these guys that they're kind of like the Minutemen who watch the borders for the country, except... They're dealing with supernatural stuff.
Oh, okay.
And
immigrants are kind of supernatural.
Well, I think they keep the demons out or something like that. So it's an interesting, so it's like a supernatural Minutemen, kind of a deal going on. So I have the first 4 issues. I bought them, and I just haven't had a chance to read them. No. But yeah, Brimstone.
All right, Brimstone.
He, once again, he may be on the show soon. So, like I said, this Rochester convention, it was fun, but it's still like kind of like
up and coming,
yeah.
We'll do on the second one.
So I met Marilyn. Well, I hope I could get her last name right. Marilyn Ghigliotti. Ghigliotti. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Ghigliotti. Ghigliotti.
Ghigliotti, I would say.
And for those of you who that name doesn't ring a bell automatically, she played Veronica, the girlfriend in
CLERKS.
The one who's notoriously is known for sucking 37 dicks.
Yes.
Good
for you.
Dante's girlfriend.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, for that role, I mean, she was so sweet and nice, and I can only, there are a million girls like her character where you're dating a guy, and he's, oh, that's adorable. My daughter is, by herself, has put on a Punisher knit cap, because the Punisher logo's on the other side. She is so, hi baby. So yeah, so he's, like she's hanging out with him in the CLERKS store.
Yeah.
And you know, she's like, you know, do something with your life, you know. She wants to be with somebody. Did you poop? You pooped? Okay. Oh, that's the Superman hat. I'm sorry.
Don't confuse it.
Yeah, not the Punisher hat. Punisher is Marvel. Superman's DC. We don't wear Superman hats in this house. Batman, maybe. So I met Marilyn Ghigliotti. She signed an autograph for me. She put how many on the signatures. So that was pretty cool. They did have. It is funny, like what's considered a celebrity. Like they had people who played Klingons on certain episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. And it's like, yeah, you played a Klingon in one episode.
Nobody knows who you are.
And they even had, there was a whole workshop on how to do Klingon makeup and stuff like that. And, I mean, you could tell there were people from the Rochester area that were like Klingon fans. Like, they came dressed up in full regalia. And there were a lot of people in uniform. I saw a guy dressed up like the Flash. I mean, excuse me, not the Flash, the Green Lantern. But he was in no shape to dress up like the Green Lantern.
Well, that's usually how it is. Nobody's in any shape to be dressed up this way.
Coincidentally, a lot of teenage girls or girls in their early 20s dressed up like anime characters.
Well, there's probably some underground.
You know,
of course, anime. You know, these.
I mean, the creepy old man in me was
checking them out.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, they were girls in their early 20s, so it's not like I'm totally being a creep. But a lot of, you know, hopefully to boost the next year's Roc Con, there was a lot of teenage girls there.
Everybody's going to talk about the anime.
Girls in the early 20s. So
boner event.
Learn about anime, and then you can chat up these girls. But I mean, like full cosplay.
Oh, I'm
you know,
sure. Well, anime is all about showing.
Yeah, in anime, all the female characters show off skin,
and girls these days, that's kind of what they're all about.
And I was,
unfortunately,
I like to think of myself as a nerd, but that anime is way over my head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there were a lot of people dressed in anime cosplay. It was spectacular. It blew my mind. So, like I said, I mean, it was the Klingon panel. There was a whole panel on the card playing games that Kristyn didn't even know about, or didn't realize that you didn't realize how big it was.
It's like they can tell that I don't know about it because I'll just kind of look like that one place, just kind of look like, oh, what are they doing? But they kind of look at me like with like this face, like you don't know, and it's like, all right, back the fuck up. I am sorry, I wasn't judging, but you're judging me. And then it's like they go back to play. Like I get the cold shoulder. Like, all right.
There were booths. There were booths that actually sold all these cards and all these card sets and stuff like that. So right behind the booths, there were tables for people to play.
It's like craps and
it was
like dice.
hardcore stuff.
Playing I mean, I stopped by for a minute. Alley.
I like to watch, just out of like I want to know what I'm missing out on because I used to love playing Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, and this is kind of up that alley. So, I'm fascinated. Like, I mean, that's the last thing I need is another hobby, to keep me all busy like that. But, and then the funny thing was, take a shot.
Hey, you shot it. He's
bringing it back. I did buy a bag of dice, just out of habit.
I need it.
And ever since, once again, my old house, I gotta find if they're like selling the property from my old house
Chris has no idea what's going on.
Property wars or whatever because
I'm sure there's something going on.
I left so much good stuff back in my old house, and I literally had like a sack full of dice, and
sounds awesome.
Yeah, and that's
I left my sack.
It's kind of like
your past.
Yeah,
it's
kind of like
a nice memory of your stuff.
it's a sign of prestige. It's kind of, you know, like the more dice and the more cooler dice you have.
Right.
I mean, you know, I could complain about someone having a $700 purse, but you know, you would go and buy all these crazy dice, and you know, whoever had the coolest stuff.
So you're comparing Dungeons and Dragons dice to like Louis Vuitton purse.
What I'm saying. It's a status symbol.
That.
The cooler the bag that you held your dice in, the cooler your dice were.
It's a status for you guys.
Bought dice, and it's these cool purple. It's like clear see-through, but purple. If that, you know, purple dice, and it's like one of each. You know, there's like a 6-sided dice, a 4-sided dice, a 20-sided dice, a 10-sided dice, and so I bought it just out of like habit. Like, I haven't played in years, but I feel good holding it. If
He's
that
always
makes
holding his dice in his hand,
holding my sack in my hand.
I need to hold my sack.
And it was,
give me my sack.
I don't know what it is. It's not.
Usually people have like at least stuffed animals or a blankie. You feel comfort. You need your sack.
Yeah, I need to hold on to my sack. And it just felt good holding on to it. So
it just felt real nice. Have you seen? I've only seen previews for it, but I feel like it's right up your alley. On Sci-Fi, those it's like the Face Off show.
Oh yeah, Face Off
and Hot Set.
Hot Set.
I thought those looked really cool. I haven't gotten a chance to see them, but I feel like that's right up your alley.
Oh yeah, Face Off.
It looks really cool.
Now it's funny how that show totally steals off of like
is there one already like that?
Well, what's that show on Bravo? It's not. It's about the designers.
Let
me see.
Project Runway.
Project Runway.
They now changed to Lifetime now, just so everybody knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they switched to Lifetime a couple of years ago.
I mean,
who knows why?
As much as I love Face Off, it is the exact.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Judging their creation. Right?
It's judging their creation. You have a couple hours, and there's and the judges walk around like beforehand.
The cooking shows as well.
All those. There's like a format,
whatever the hell they are. Yeah,
where it's funny
judging.
That
you have so much time.
You can keep the same format, but here's people cooking. Here's people making designer clothes. Here's people making
the same
makeup.
With Hot Set, yeah, it is. Right?
Hot Set.
It's under so much time.
I only saw like 5 minutes of Hot Set, and not that it was bad. I was distracted and I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I think it's the same thing. Like they only have so much time, and they're looking for a certain type of set for whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do a Pharaoh's set, like ancient Egypt.
Like it's always timed and then judged.
And
so I guess that format works.
And the same thing, like
instead of judging a dress, we're judging
with Michael's the
Craft Wars.
I
haven't heard much on that. I wonder what happened.
So I swear to God, all of these shows have the exact same formula.
That's the format. We need to start a show. What should we do?
Next podcast.
What should we judge?
America's Next Podcast.
Yeah, and then we're going to go in there. We just sit there and watch them.
We're going to sit there and we're going to give you a difficult guest to interview.
What is it? I never watched it. Last Comic Standing or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing. They had so much time for a set, and then they're being judged.
And coincidentally,
the winner is always, the creators, like... it was their agent or something.
Oh yeah,
like there's always that time, and it's like, oh, so this is fair.
I had went to a Last Comic Standing taping,
and
they had us there for 4 fucking hours.
That's ridiculous. I mean,
after 2 hours, I think you got people's attention for about 2 hours. People were leaving.
I would too.
And then what they had to do was they were telling people in the back, like, please come move up and fill up these seats in the front.
Yeah, because
people were leaving. Yeah. I mean, the good thing, it's free,
right.
And you're getting comedians. It's a great. But what were you expecting? Like after we stood there, we left.
2 hours is like
2 hours is about it.
And I think that's usually it might go over a little bit depending, but I think that's usually like for the like regular shows that you would go to, like the late night shows. I think you're there for a couple hours. It's not a 4 hour deal.
It's interesting. It was like shit's not funny after 3.5 hours.
Like, yeah. I mean, how many of a certain type of platform can you do?
It's got.
And if the guy sucks, then you're sitting there just watching a bad set, and it's like, all right.
And of course, this was like, okay, now we're going to stop and get everything set up for something else, and it's supposed to be a whole nother episode, so we had to wait for chunks like that, so...
That stinks.
So I went to a Last Comic Standing
Was that like their first season?
I think it was the second season.
I was going to say maybe they were unorganized.
Yeah, and so...
nobody wants to be there 4 hours.
Yeah,
it was just free taping, couple hours, that's it.
Like I was saying, the beginning was fun, and then it stopped.
Right, after so long, it's like, all right, what's going on? Where are we going after this?
So, but I mean, all these shows. So yeah, I have watched Face Off, and see, they're smart this year because one episode ago, everything was superheroes.
Okay, so
now I think this next episode coming up is video game characters.
Oh,
like,
okay, so they changed it up to a bunch of different.
Yeah, I mean they've done
genres.
aliens and making people look like animals and
yeah,
stuff
I saw
like that.
a preview for an alien one. It looked cool. It's crazy how much time do they get? Is there a set time?
They get literally they get a day.
Because I feel like you hear actors, they talk about makeup if they were on an alien, whatever. They're like, oh, how long did it take? And they're 8 hours to do my face or something. It's I can't sit there for 8 hours. But that sucks. That's part of the gig. So yeah, that's why I was wondering how much do these face people get? An hour? Because they're not going to finish it.
And they get these models. There's a certain set of models for the show.
Okay.
Also, so I think they even they don't really show that process, but some people oh, I'm gonna need a short character. I need that short model.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't show that in part of the show, but I think that's another part of their process. And so they have the face molds for all the models, so they can
they're already ready, or
build the prosthetics for their face and stuff like that.
Because that takes a while. That's not a minute.
Yeah, and all these
so they must have that prior too.
Because when you're making a piece, before you make the one part made out of latex, you have to sculpt it out of clay and then mold that into one thing.
Do they do that on the show, or do you think that's prior to?
They showed them sculpting it.
Okay.
They showed, and it's God damn, these people got skills. Because,
Right.
Even the worst person on Face Off is the best kind of sculptor. Because
I'm terrible at art. Art is something that I wish I could do. I wish I could draw anything. My cousin can, I don't know, you tell her to draw something, it's beautiful. And I'm here's a stick figure. I've always been terrible at it, and it's one thing that I would love to do. And I find it amazing what, they're just boom, 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 and they look so simple to them. And I'm I couldn't do that if my life depended on it.
And you see, they'll start a project, and you see them start sculpting, and then they're I don't like it, and you just see them peel it all off, and I fucking lose my brain. I was can't you work on top of that? Or
how do you start over?
And so it's a good show. I mean, for me, I guess I like, and then they're stuck at the whole practical part, because then when they're done, they have to set it in the molds, and sometimes the mold doesn't work, and, or they'll get it done, and the mold breaks at the last minute.
Well, that's those Cake Off, or I don't even know the name of the shows, but they bake the cake, whatever, for design of whatever criteria, and then at the end, it's they gotta carry it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that. The mold might break, but this one is there goes the cake.
And you have to put, you got,
it's gotta be over and
90-pound women bringing this 300-pound cake.
And it's they have 20 seconds left, so it's okay, trying to go quick, but not, and then it's and it's tipping in, there it goes. That, I would be pissed. Well, at this point, might as well just eat it off the floor. Judge me now.
Didn't you see it 30 seconds ago?
Yeah, that's the same format.
Yeah, it's, all those cake shows. It's so funny that, and I guess kind of all these X Factor, America's Got Talent, American Idol, all of those have the same format. So you think you can
and
dance.
Now American Idol's going to go to the same format as The Voice. Where it's got the 4 judges, one's country, one's rap, one's rock, one's, it's got the same type of people.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, this episode's being recorded a couple days before it's released. We're recording on Saturday. Last night, Friday, I caught a bit of the X Factor because the X Factor is on Fox because I wanted to see. I was gearing up to watch Fringe. Last night was the first episode of Fringe.
I caught it. I've never seen it, and I caught it Thursday night when I was going to bed, and some fat girl was saying, Annie. From the song, The Sun Will Come Out.
Oh, The Sun Will Come Out, okay.
Pigtails, looked gross, chunky little girl. And they let her through. I'm this is a joke. And then I turned it off.
Well, there was a girl whose name was Kristyn Cologne.
Our combination. We were on stage last night.
Yeah, and so she was cute.
'Cause she should
be. A little
Okay.
thick. But she had the crazy big wild hair, but then a side of her head was shaved.
Okay, our typical girl.
So she started singing an Adele song.
Okay.
And she did very well, but what's his name?
Simon?
Simon.
Okay.
I was about to say Ian.
Could be
Simon said, you have potential, and I can hear it in your voice, but so you could come back, but...
Well, he could come back.
Yeah, but, he wasn't impressed with the Adele song, because he goes, you're trying too much to sound like Adele, you should be trying to sound like yourself.
Yeah.
And So they said come back, and I must have missed it because I did just come off a 24-hour flu. So
right.
Apparently, like, the cameras try to get in her face, and it's like she's smacking the camera, and like,
really?
I've seen it in the commercial where like she's picking up a chair, like she's threatening like to hit the cameraman with the chair.
I read something like on Yahoo, like it said something, like, different things that go by that said that it was like staged, that they purposely provoked her, and I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I never read.
And that's Kristyn Cologne. That's our love child.
Girl. That's right. You don't. That's our love child. You don't stand down to anybody, girl. We got your back. But that one for...
But she is coming back.
Yeah, so. That's right. She'll come back. We should try and contact her. Be like, girl, you're our girl. We got your support. But the Annie girl that went through... Okay, so they all give her a yes except for Simon. Mm-hmm. He's like, no. And then she had like all these supporters that came running out on stage. I guess it's a free-for-all there. So they all came out and they're hugging the judges, and they're like, thank you for putting her through, thank you for saying yes. And Simon goes, I didn't. Just thought it was funny. I was like, well, he didn't. He's like, I didn't say yes.
She doesn't have talent.
Right. It was so stupid. Once I saw that, and I was like, and they're putting her through, I was like, this show's bullshit. This show's just ridiculous.
Well, you gotta let a couple train wrecks in to make it interesting. You can't all have, the super talent.
Well, our love child, I hope she wins. You go, girl.
And, well, unfortunately, by the time this show comes out, my friend's band, Punk 77, has already played in Brooklyn. And this was something we were talking about before the show. We started the show with bits from Here Comes Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo.
So you had missed the past couple episodes, and I said, do you know what Sketti is?
Oh, yeah, and then you described it to me, so get ready. If you don't know what it is,
so,
get ready to vomit.
Honey Boo Boo is one of those shows where, even though they're speaking English, they put captions.
Right. Oh, yeah. Throughout the whole episode.
They put captions on the people. So, they don't call it spaghetti. They call it Sketti. So, I know some kids can't say spaghetti, so they call it Sketti. So, I'm like, alright.
Normal.
Now I realize I know why they call it Sketti. Because it is not spaghetti. First, you see the mom, June, and she's cooking the noodles. Mm-hmm. And then she tells Honey Boo Boo, how do you know when it's done? Oh, when it sticks to the cabinet. So you see June just throwing the noodles at the cabinet.
Mama June.
Honey Boo Boo climbs on top of the counter, throws the noodle on the cabinet, and then they cut away for a second, and they come back, and Honey Boo Boo's eating the noodles that were just sticking to the cabinet.
Can't waste.
And so this is the part that made Kristyn almost want to vomit.
Because I was picturing dog food being put in, they just use everything.
So June is talking about every family has their secret family recipes that go along with the history of the family.
I don't think it's a Southern tradition.
So she goes, we gotta make our special Sketti sauce. Mm-hmm. So the Sketti sauce is melted butter, or not even butter. In this place, it was margarine and ketchup melted together. So gross. And you see they have the tub of margarine. They're squeezing the ketchup into it.
Oh,
mixing it up.
I just thought they put it in a bowl. So they have the tub of margarine.
They have the actual tub of margarine with the
and then they microwave it.
And then they microwave it, and then they
mix it.
They mix it, and apparently this is like Sugar Bear's favorite dish, and he loves to eat it. And she even said, she goes, if he could eat Sketti all the time, he would eat Sketti all the time.
You wonder why they're obese.
And it's like butter and ketchup.
Ketchup is your secret sauce.
Is spaghetti sauce that expensive?
Right.
Because
that's she's the coupon queen, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get...
she probably has a stockpile of margarine.
And it's like, I can't believe... And that is like, it's so disgusting yet real at the same time.
Right.
You can't get any more real than butter and ketchup.
It's got to be an old Southern recipe.
And part of me wants to try it.
Recipe. Chris, I will disown you as a partner. And we should have an on-air Sketti eating contest.
A Sketti and go-go juice contest.
Talk about fun. We would be so sick for days.
These are the same people who invented.
But that had to be a YouTube video just to see us being we can't just do it on air. It's got to be a video as well.
Now, one of the most hilarious things was they show the family eating the Sketti.
Oh, I'm sure pounding it down.
And one of the daughters is eating it out of the country crock bowl.
Oh, of course. We can't let anything go to waste.
We've all done it where you use the country crock bowl as Tupperware.
Yeah, like
or even a bowl or whatever. Because if it gets broken, if something happens to it, you could toss it. But you see one of the daughters eating it out of the country
like
crock
a trough.
bowl, like it was a bowl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They don't need like silverware. They just recycle
America.
everything. I heard recently, like a week ago, Sugar Bear got injured. He just came home.
Oh my God.
On his 4-wheeler, he hurt his leg.
Oh my
but
God.
he's okay now. It shows like one of their friends like carrying Sugar Bear into the house.
Oh God.
So ridiculous. Sugar Bear, get well soon. He's probably getting Sketti.
His
welcome home dinner. Oh my God. No. I cannot believe that. Well, I'm sorry. I do believe it. I just don't want to believe it.
And we both missed the last episode, but apparently he has a gay brother
Poodle.
who they call Uncle Poodle. And, because Sugar Bear strikes me as one of those real good old-fashioned rednecks, which would probably be incredibly intolerant of gay people, but I guess when it's your brother... Oh my goodness, my daughter's having a heart attack over here.
Not happy. Gonna let Daddy know.
But like I said, I was watching... Just give me a second while I get my daughter. I was watching, instead of Honey Boo Boo this weekend, I was watching South Park and Key and Peele.
Right, and you were loving Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Key and Peele's on Comedy Central, for those of you who do not know. Now, I haven't seen it, but I've heard really good things about it, and now Chris is telling me how much he loves it.
Yeah, now, I believe Peele, because that's not like, I forgot, it's kind of like a variation on the names, but the guy who played Peele was actually on Mad TV.
Yeah, I've seen,
for a couple of seasons.
Yeah, I've seen the one guy before. Like, he's been in stuff.
Yeah, and, the one thing I do have to say, what I like about their show, because they had like a marathon of Key and Peele the other day.
Perfect.
And of course, it's so easy to be like, oh, we're black, we could do a bunch of black sketches. The white guy does it this way, the black guys do it that way.
But
I mean, which they do have. They do have sketches like that. But one thing I do have to say about the show is they have like epic sketches. Like, they have these sketches that are like straight out of a movie, operatic music playing in the background. There's even some sketches where they have like special effects and stuff like that. So I do have to say that I got to give much respect, because obviously they're movie fans. Mm-hmm. You could tell.
By
and
their
it's only in movies where like they have this operatic music.
Yeah.
And it's kind of genius to put that big, epic, grand scale of stuff to comedy.
Yeah.
To
make it that much better, and it's on Comedy Central. Yeah. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, they get that level of, I don't even know, like, performance, I guess.
I'm pretty sure it's probably more budgeted, like they probably have to have a bigger budget.
Right.
But I do have to give them their props that they have, like, this big grand scale sketches.
Right, which is different for sketch shows. Usually it's like that low budget.
Yeah, like,
it's throw it together yourself sort of thing. But that's cool. That they must have. So check out Key and Peele.
Check out Key and Peele. I have to say that I am a fan. Like I said, it is so easy to do the tried and true. Oh, black guys do it this way. White people do it this way.
But they do it.
But they just have these big, huge, epic scale, epic comedy sketches, which they're going to be appreciated for one day. Okay, they just recently had a thing. I believe, I'm mistaken, it was called the Blackberry Jam or something like that.
Never heard of it. What's this?
It's for the new Blackberry.
Blackberries are still around?
There's a Blackberry 10, if I'm not mistaken. That's the name of the new version of the Blackberry.
I didn't even know they were still around. I thought, like, kind of weeded out.
You would think it would be dead, and it's so funny to see.
What does it look
them,
like?
It's still a Blackberry, but it's a new operating system.
The same standard, like the... Still looks the same.
You would think in this day and age with iPhones and
that they would kind of lean
Androids
towards that,
and stuff like that, the people from
BlackBerry.
Because remember, there was a time when BlackBerry was
the shit. Like everybody had a BlackBerry, then it came to iPhones, and then I didn't
Android
even know
phones. Yeah. But they actually had, and I think the name of like the event was called Blackberry Jam, or maybe I read something wrong on the internet. But I just can't believe that they still have.
Blackberries.
Like the people who work for BlackBerry.
That's like still having Palm Pilots.
Yeah.
Those are still around, right? I feel like for businesses or something ridiculous.
That would be funny. And
like a form of Palm Pilot, not exactly a Palm Pilot.
And it's funny when Palm Pilots came out, they were the shit. you had to be a big roller when you had a Palm Pilot.
Let me get out my Palm Pilot.
And I guess there's going to be a day when people they're going to look at the iPhone like a joke,
okay,
look at me, I'm so technologically advanced with my iPhone.
So technologically advanced with my Blackberry. Blackberries are making a comeback.
Yeah, right.
Blackberry jam.
I'm surprised hipsters haven't
Oh yeah, I got my Blackberry.
I'm gonna start carrying Blackberry because I'm ironic.
Yeah. I went to the Blackberry jam. Number 10. And
I'm sorry, I got this little imp running around the room destroying things. No. So my friend made a post online about how he's in Pittsburgh, and he came across this website. I think it was called Grubhub.
Okay.
And it helped direct him to a good sushi bar. And I'm like, they have a sushi bar?
That happens?
Sushi bars in Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh? I feel like it's more...
And I said, I would assume it's an empty storefront. And if you walk in the door, this bearded freak will beat you with a tree branch.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Scream at you and call you a fruit, Oh my goodness. I guess God bless America when we have... Because...
So what, did he go to it, or?
And he went to. He said he said it was actually really good.
Actually, a sushi place.
But I guess I'm spoiled by any place that's landlocked.
Right.
It's like going. It's like going to a seafood restaurant.
Right. I wouldn't be like, ooh.
I guess everywhere has red lobsters and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's. I guess. Hi, baby.
Sorry, we are experiencing baby difficulties.
No more technical difficulties. It's not baby difficulties.
Yeah. Computer's doing just fine. The kid's going to destroy everything.
Armageddon.
Now, I'm pretty sure you have. Have you tried sushi? Or
yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fish. Or sushi.
Oh, okay.
It's not my thing.
And that's like me. I don't like seafood at all.
Right. But you like sushi?
And I love sushi. When sushi's done right. Now, sushi, not sashimi, because sashimi is the ones that have the bigger chunks of fish.
Gross. And the smell. Everything I just don't like it all.
Well,
it doesn't have a smell, but fish in general has a smell.
When sushi's done right, it should never have a smell. Other than, the spices and stuff.
The seafood in general gives me...
I mean, I've been spoiled. I've had some really good sushi. You know what I'm saying? And for someone, I guess I'm a little more progressive than most people, but... I would.
You're really up on your sushi.
Yeah, I mean, I've had good experiences. I'm not a big fan of sashimi, and I'm not a seafood person. Right off of Manhattan, on your way to the Bronx, there's a place called City Island.
Okay.
And City Island is this long strip of land out in the water, and so all it is literally a row of seafood restaurants. Huh. And it's all these places,
so
obviously
where you live?
fresh.
You need your seafood. That's where you at.
And when it was time for, and I'm not talking some bullshit corporate place, going to mom and pop places, and they had good seafood, but even with that, I still am not a seafood fan.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I don't like it. It's not my thing. Smell of fish grosses me out, and then the taste of it, I feel like there's not much there, and just haven't gotten in the seafood biz. Sorry, seafood people. Sorry. Bam! Baby just hit her head on the laptop.
Walked right into the laptop.
Drunk baby alert.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com.
We now return to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back.
We're back.
Usually we go a little over an hour. I guess we're going to make this one a little under an hour. So please visit www.doublejackpot.us, where you can find your link to everything that has to do with the show. You can go to our eBay page. I recently put it back up. We have comic books, we have movies, video games, heavy metal memorabilia. We have DVDs related to heavy metal. We have DVDs related to comic books. So, and right now, basically, I have everything dirt cheap. So give it a shot. Give it a look. I'm pretty sure you'll find something. And all the money goes to support the show. Even if you're going to buy it and throw it in the trash when you get it, just go get it.
Just do it, damn it.
Just buy it. You can purchase my book, Double Jackpot, at doublejackpot.us. That's www.doublejackpot.us. $15 for a hardcover, $5 for a PDF. You can visit our Facebook, facebook.com/2strangers1podcast, all spelled out. Hover over the like button. Click show and news feed. And that'll help you get all our updates, because technically, I think all our updates, our audience only gets like 10 to 20% of the updates. But the two best ways to make sure you get every single wonderful, hilarious episode of Two Strangers, One Podcast, if you have an Android device, you can download the Stitcher app. And I've been in recent contact with the people from Stitcher, and I've been recommending their product to everybody. I recommend it to their audience. Not just the fact that we're on Stitcher, but I really do use it all the time. I'm in my car plenty of times doing long trips, so I listen to like 6 or 7 episodes in a row on Stitcher. And like I said, and they are very, very cool people to deal with. So if you have an Android device, STITCHER, the Stitcher app. And of course, if you have an iPhone, iPad, iPod, you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Just go into the iStore, go into the podcast section of the iStore, and search Two Strangers, One Podcast. And even if you don't have a mobile device, I mean, I would assume most of the people listen to our show do listen to us during their drive to work or something like that. If you don't have a mobile device, you can still download iTunes. iTunes is totally free, and you can still get all our episodes. And actually, iTunes is probably the one place where you can get every single episode. You can actually go back into that and actually visiting our website, Two Strangers, One Podcast, and you can download all the episodes. I don't know what time you came into our show, but go listen to the old stuff. It's funny to go back and listen to where we are now and how things were back then. So that's about it. I certainly hope you enjoyed listening to this show as much fun as we had making it. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristyn.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia is spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin, that's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15, and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know, you're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his comic books, heavy metal, video games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will totally read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonePodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.